No, I don't only wear the robe if I hate a movie. That's a common misconception. I was just lounging around. I was like, okay, what's Wednesday's video gonna be? Oh, wow, that's right. There's a Jay and Silent Bob movie. Totally forgot about it. I mean, I don't want to oversell it, but 20-year-old me loved Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So, gotta talk about this. It's like it's Destiny. Or Destiny 2. That one was much better. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, or is the Jay and Silent, I don't know if there's a the in front. I lack the motivation to check my phone, whatever. So the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is written and directed by Kevin Smith. It's another Jay and Silent Bob movie, another View Askew movie. Remember at the end of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, you know, God closed the book on it, and then, yeah, we'll have another Clerks. And yeah, we'll have another Jay and Silent Bob. So Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out in 2001. It was about Jay and Silent Bob go to Hollywood to stop the Blunt Man and Chronic movie from being made. The Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is about Jay and Silent Bob go to Hollywood to stop the Jay and Silent Bob reboot from being made. Yeah, it's very familiar, but just a little different, which is kind of what the movie's poking at. That's what Kevin Smith does well. I think it's what I loved about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I like it when he does it in here. Kevin Smith is good at jabbing at the weird shit of Hollywood. He's good at playing in the sandbox. He definitely does operate there. He's part of it, but he will jab and be like, yeah, but you guys totally do that, right? I mean, come on, let's not say you don't. Like how it broke down the difference between, no, a reboot and a remake. They're different. Also, Jay has a daughter played by Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith's real daughter in real life. That's right, the real life daughter of Silent Bob plays the fictional daughter of Jay, though in one scene in this movie, Jason Mewes' actual daughter is in it. It's a tangled web. Kevin Smith, tangled web, convoluted, all over the place, sure. And when this movie started out, I felt like it started out on a pretty solid foot. And I'm talking about the courtroom scene. In that courtroom scene, I felt like some solid comedic back and forth going on. I was like, okay, we're starting out on a foot. Let's see where this goes. Then we have a boring second act of the movie that finishes off really with a bunch of references, which granted, Jay and Silent Bob, it's known for that. It's known for Hollywood references, and so of course it's gonna reference current movies and fandom, and I just felt Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back did it better. Might be nostalgia goggles. I don't know. I haven't revisited those Jay and Silent Bob movies since I saw them years ago. Then when Kevin Smith goes to that lowbrow humor, I mean, granted, he's known for that. I just feel like I'm kind of past it now. I'm not 20-year-old Jeremy anymore. What can I say? Holy fuck. I've grown, he said in a bathrobe with zero fucks given. Don't tell anyone, got a reputation to keep. The second act of this movie really did drag on for me. The movie wants to build up the emotional heartstrings. You know, Jay found out he's a dad, so he's hanging out with his daughter that he didn't know he had. Jay's kind of maturing throughout, but in the end, it didn't always land for me. And by the end, I got the feeling, not just because of the second act, but that is a part of it, I got the feeling that Kevin Smith he really has his foot in two generations and doesn't know where to commit. He also has a couple feet and many hands twisted around in many different concepts. It's like he's playing a game of Twister. The movie tries to be an emotionally heavy moment and then has lowbrow stoner humor. It has humor for people who are 30-something, 40-something now, who were big Jay and Silent Bob fans back in the day. Also humor for people who are stoner teenagers right now, this very second. Just seems kind of all over the place. He wants to appeal to a new generation, but you cannot watch this movie without watching Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. You can probably skip out on the other View Askew movies. You won't get all the references, but you need to watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. That's the must. Though I like the concept that Harley Quinn Smith is in this movie, Kevin Smith working with his daughter. I like the concept of fathers and daughters and fathers and sons and parents working with their kids and nepotism. Yeah, I don't know, life is short. I just like the fact that they're having fun together at their jobs together. Kind of like M. Night Shyamalan. I wasn't a huge fan of Lady in the Water. Then you hear the story about how Lady in the Water was a bedtime story he told his kid and he made it into a movie and you're like, all right, well, I don't hate it. Also, props to the late, great Raul Julia who took the role of M. Bison in the Street Fighter movie for his kids. I didn't mention that in the review and I feel kind of bad about it. I gotta mention it somewhere. I mean, the concept doesn't always work for me. I've seen After Earth. Shit, that's the second Shyamalan reference I made this video. Wow. I don't know what it means. There may be a Shyamalan twist coming. Funny enough, I can't really say this is one of the movies that worked out for me either. So when I say by the end, this movie didn't work for me, I don't know who's grown past it. I don't know if it's because I'm just not operating on that frequency anymore. I don't know if Kevin Smith isn't and he's trying to recapture it, but doesn't really know how. So yeah, he's probably like, all right, I'll throw in some more emotional moments because I've grown, but it's not really done that well. It does still feel like that person at the 20-year high school reunion who's still wearing the Letterman's jacket. And you're like, ah, oh man. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, most anything that I enjoyed in this movie had to do with the cameos. There are 3 in particular. One in particular was detached from the rest of the movie, but I liked it a lot just for what it does for one of the other View Askew movies. And the best one was when Jay and Silent Bob are in a car with 2 other people. Don't want to ruin it for you because that's the fun of cameos. Just outside the cameos I enjoyed, the movie didn't make me laugh as often as a comedy probably should. I will say, benefit of the doubt, I wasn't stoned when I watched it. Maybe that's the key. Because undeniably, this movie probably would have been a better time if I were not sober. Yeah, now it's a party. And I'd like to set the record straight. This isn't dirty. I don't need to clean it. It's orange, you know? That's how the glass is. It's vintage, like 70s and shit. Give me a little credit. Besides, if I'm gonna partake, I'm gonna use the volcano anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, so the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite View Askew movie? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you wanna see more, click right here to see more.